Insert random catchphrase now. Hey guys, this is Son of Dad, and this is the first part of my movie making tutorial series for Oz Fortress. And I want to start off with part 1 about planning your frag movie. So in this tutorial I'll be going through certain tips, certain pointers that I've learned over the past few years from watching frag movies and making frag movies. How to avoid some of the pitfalls a lot of people fall into in regards to footage in which they use and the music in which they use. Those are the two big factors in regards to movie making. I might as well just start off with the footage in which you're using. The main thing about the footage is who you're going to be making your frag movie for. Now, I've always said that the best way to start making frag movies is to make a personal frag movie with your own demos. So the best way to do this, of course, is to use frag. It's a great plugin for Team Fortress 2 in which automatically records demos before tournament mode starts. It results in a bunch of demos that are labeled great in date, time, map, and teams. This frag also has the ability to bookmark certain highlights during the during the match. So if you get a MIDI, or if you get like a team down, you could bookmark it, and so it's much easier for you to come back to. And this sure beats the old school method of recording a demo before every single match starts, and then having to go back on them and watching them again to see the highlights, and then going through hours upon hours of gameplay footage. This really helps in doing that. So frag, a great plugin. That's the first way, and I encourage this way to making a frag movie. The second way is to actually approach a friend or clan or just another player in the Oz Fortress community. It could be a clanmate, it could be someone that blah blah blah, just someone that you can keep good contact with. I'd like to say that you probably shouldn't. I discourage this in actually approaching high skilled or high division players if you're just starting off making movies. A certain instance is where a certain individual made a movie for one of our best players on Oz Fortress and was lynched by the Oz Fortress crowd for not delivering a great movie for such a great player. So I would advise against that. I would advise. The third option in which you got is, you can do a demo call in which you make a thread in whatever forum you're in, asking for demos from the general populace. This could include just frags from pugs, from scrims. They're the same thing. Oh wait, no, scrims and matches. It's probably best to have them format it in player, team, the tick in which the highlight is at, because you don't want to go through the demo yourself, and just the link to the demo. And of course the fourth way, the kind of ghetto way, is just to get bunch of STVs from certain tournaments like Ulti Duo, C4C and all that, and you could just get a cheap way of getting demo footage. I would probably advise against that, because if you make something official using C4C footage, you need to, for example, you should probably get the permission from the admins to do so. That is in regards to POVs and STVs. Once again, I strongly recommend using point of view demos for various factors in which I'll go through later. The second pitfall in which a lot of people tend to stumble over, me included, a bunch of times, is the music selection. Now, having watched close to every single TF2 movie that ever existed, I've seen the slow trend of music changing from the whole variety of music, in which it used to begin with. There used to be a lot of rock, there used to be a lot of tech, there used to be pendulum, and from that, TF2 has slowly narrowed its musical genre down to tech like glitch mob, and whatever, all that kind of genre of music. I'm not sure why, because I'm a fan of rock music, but that's just the way it's been. Um, I like to say that with choosing your music, if you're making your own frag movie, I usually tell people that it's important to choose a song that you think reflects, your own personality. I mean, it's your own frag movie, so like my first couple of frag movies, I used rock music because that's what I liked. I used Ramstein, and of course people laugh at the fact that I did use it. And second, I used Seven Dust, heavy metal group. That was also frowned upon. Of course, I always thought these are my movies, and so just it reflects what I like. And you're going to be working with this music for hundreds upon, probably not hundreds, for hours upon hours. So you should probably choose a song that you like, because you're going to be hearing it a lot of times. In regards to making community movies, it's probably best to use a song that doesn't isolate a specific clique or a specific niche of music listeners. In regards to my community PLDX movie, I chose a song that I assumed, like, you wouldn't hate, but probably a lot of people might like. So in that regards, be wary of what music you choose, because a lot of people will be watching your movie, hopefully, and you don't want a bunch of spam notices about bad music. The third scenario, in which you're making a movie for someone else or for another team, it's very important that you get a lot of communication between the two parties. In regards to making YZ50, I had a lot of conversations with YZ50 about the genre of music we wanted. I asked him to choose a bunch of music because this was going to be his movie, and so he chose a bunch of music, and we bounced ideas off each other, and we both ended up with a song that we both liked, and therefore, and in the end, a bunch of people liked it, so, thumbs up to that. It sure beats my music choice. So that's pretty much it on music. Just make sure you choose a song that you can bear to listen to at least 100 times, because you're going to be hearing small snippets of the song repeatedly while you're editing. You're going to be hearing it just so many times that you don't want to ruin one of your favorite songs. But at the same time, you don't want to hear a song that you don't like and you can't, you'd hate to work with. The last point I'd like to say is in regards to, your actual preparation of, your movie making folder or whatever. It can get messy, after a long time. I mean, it doesn't have to be messy. I know a lot of people that are really neat, but I'm not one of those people. You're going to have a lot of files from Vegas, Sony Vegas, a lot of raw video files, and it's going to take up a lot of space. Raw video footage can run up to so many gigabytes that I suggest you have at least 50 to 100 gigabytes spare on your hard drive. You might want to invest in a new hard drive, but they're pretty cheap these days, so that's not that bad. I deleted all my porn, and that got rid of like a terabyte, so I had plenty of space to work with. Those are the 3 pointers in which you need to kind of think about before you make your movie. who you're making your movie for, why you want to be making the movie, the music you want to use, is it for the person you're making it for, is it for yourself, or is it for the community to listen to, and of course just preparation in organizing things. My last project was actually quite neat, but my old projects are just completely terrible. Yeah, and you just gonna need a lot of space, and make sure you think about your movie a lot before you start editing, because you don't want to stop halfway and just completely forget everything. In regards to me, I have a specific file in which I keep all my ideas. I'm not gonna let you people read it because it's exclusive, but just make sure you think about it really, really thoroughly before you make your movie. That's all I want to say. Catch you next time. Just keep an eye out on OzFortress. I'll be posting all my videos there. And hope you enjoy this movie, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.